What's up, guys? So over the past couple of months, y'all have left hundreds, if not thousands of comments asking for an update on the Vmax. And so finally, here is that update. And later in the video, we'll go over all the reasons why it's been such a delay getting this truck back up and running. But we've got a bunch of things to get done to her in this video. And so I need to catch y'all up to speed with the current situation. So for starters, yes, she has finally moved. No, I did not crank it. I'm saving that 4 or 5 month startup for y'all as well. I just threw the tires on, rolled it forward, and then now we have the freaking bed off. Holy crap, should have done this from the beginning, but I ended up picking up a engine hoist and then this bed attachment, which it works super freaking smooth. I'll have it linked in the description if you want to pick one up yourself. Bumper is on and our temporary taillight setup is in place. Hopefully this is going to keep us out of trouble as we drive on the street, but just put the batteries to her, open the door, the lights come on. So yeah, I think she's ready to start up. Now, the big question is, how grumpy is she going to be? Because once again, it's been like 4 or 5 months with the batteries disconnected and fuel pump out. Yeah, let's find out. Holy crap, I forgot how freaking good this truck sounds. And I was so tempted to take it down the street, but truthfully, you boys let the registration lapse. And so we got to get that taken care of before we do, because that ticket, it ain't worth it. But I'm going to go ahead and wash this thing because obviously it's filthy from sitting in the shop and we've never had the opportunity to clean the backside. So Vmax, you're about to get a bubble bath. And I think I hear wifey rolling up. She got the pipes and she just don't know how to act. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's continuing. Vmax, bubble bath time. And just like that, she is all shined up, looking absolutely scrumptious. Now, we do have some pretty bad storms coming in for about the next week, which obviously we really don't want to drive the truck in the rain with the bed off. There is several electronic components back there. So you got to go back in the shop, but just for a week this time, not 5 months. I promise you, Vmax. Well, it's officially been a week. The storms have passed. The sun is out, but unfortunately it doesn't even matter because we've had yet another change of plans, which is super annoying, but I guess it is what it is. And we'll talk about all the bullcrap later in the video. But for now, we have a fuel system to install, which I wish I'd have found months ago and we could have bypassed all this bullcrap. However, ChatGPT nor Google ever showed me this kit, and I only stumbled upon it because I was looking at Edelbrock's eForce superchargers. And I just happened to click on the one for this truck. And in the description, it said, if you get our supercharger, you have to run this fuel system, which they offer. And so I said, screw it. I'm freaking buying it. We're running it. We're going to be the test dummies because I couldn't find any videos or really any information at all on this kit. And so literally 2 days later, which is crazy how fast it got here, we have it here. So it comes with a fuel pump, a FSCM, which is your basically computer for your fuel pump, new injectors, and then a level, the little arm thing for your fuel level. Now, they are pretty secretive on what exactly this kit is, but I believe that I have figured it out. So for starters, this is a 07.5 factory Vortec Max truck, but it is not a flex fuel factory truck. So we essentially have the weakest fuel system offered for the 6-liter trucks, but we're gonna be swapping that and we should be able to maintain what we already have. And this should be a plug and play, drop in, truck's ready to rip, right on point with where we need it to be for future. As far as the fuel pump goes and the computer, I believe this is out of the 09 plus 6.2 factory E85 flex fuel trucks, which if you know anything about E85, I think it's like 30% or 33% more fuel required. So already if we had the flex fuel pump in this truck, it would be way better than we have. But then we're going up to the next gen fuel pump that's also flex fuel. So it should flow tremendously more fuel. Same with the computer. We got a pre-programmed FSCM, which is this guy right here. That basically tells the fuel pump how to regulate the fuel because this is a returnless style, so there's no fuel coming back to the tank, so it has to send the appropriate amount. So if you go bigger fuel pump, you got to have a computer that is able to command more. Now, the weak point potentially is the wiring on these trucks. We'll just have to see once we get this thing on the dyno how well it reacts with this new fuel system. But we're going to drop that in, put our computer in. We're not installing the injectors today because obviously injectors are tune required, but everything else should drop in and go because our computer, our ECU is telling this guy how much fuel it needs. and this guy powers up and down the fuel pump to get the fuel up there. So should be able to throw the fuel pump and the computer in back here and everything be good to go. So the injectors, once again, they don't really tell you any of the flow rates or what they actually are, but from the research that I've done, they're either 48 or 52 pound injectors, which should put us like, obviously good for now, but like borderline of future, which if that's the weak spot, that's no big deal, because I already have, I think, the 90 pound injectors that I bought forever ago, which we could slap in here. Will everything else be able to keep up with those? We'll just have to see once it's on the dyno and you can monitor those things. However, I think that's what this kit is. I've already disconnected the batteries. I should have cranked the truck with the fuel pump unplugged, the fuse. Ran the fuel out because we might have some significant fuel pressure on that guy right there. Hopefully not, but unplug all that bull crap, take the computer out. Y'all see, we're gonna do it together, okay? What am I talking about? Let's freaking get started. Well, welcome to Alabama, where the humidity is so bad you can't even get your freaking gloves on. We're gonna start by pinching this guy together. This is evap. Push this guy up. Another evap. These guys out of the way. Let's see. Push that tab back. Unplug and unplug. We need to verify our connectors are the exact same before we dip this thing in the tank. Blue. That looks right. Go. Not bad. You just basically push that guy in, pull this towards us, twist this a little bit, and it'll pop out of there. Holy crap. Get out of my way. And that was super easy because I did not put it fully on last time. Ring. Try not to spill gas everywhere. We're good. Well, unfortunately, for whatever reason, this pressure sensor, which I think I was talking about the evap, which I guess it's part of the evap, but this reads the pressure in your fuel tank. The one that came with the new fuel pump is actually not the same one that we had. So I swapped the one from our old fuel pump, our stock one, onto the new one. It just pries up. It's got this rubber grommet that holds it into place. But if you look at the pins, stock one, pins are farther apart. The new one, they're closer together. There's also this alignment tab right here on the inside. This one doesn't have it, also bottlenecks down. So just completely different. Hopefully our new sensor reads fine and we don't have any evap issues or anything like that. I guess the only other solution would be if they make some kind of adapter harness, which they probably do, which it could just be because this is a 07.5, so the very first year, it probably shares a good bit from the GMT 800. So the like 08 trucks could have this newer style. I don't know. This could be a GMT 800 style one. But yeah, it didn't say anything about that, but this one fit in there perfect. It's nice and snug, it's held in with the grommet, and hopefully that isn't an issue. I guess now we've got the irreversible part because once you install these things, you cannot return them. So I'm hoping that works. Also put our arm on. You just slip it in here, it clips into place, and then you plug the wires in up top. We should be good to go. And hopefully the ear is the same size as the stock one, unlike the other one that we had. Which I'll do a little comparison real quick, please. It appears to be the exact same size. Thank goodness. Hopefully all goes in smooth. So let's go drop her in. Go in nice and easy with this guy. Keep our wires out of the way. She is in. Now we have to get it lined up and in the tank. Beautiful lock ring. Now that's her. She's there. Holy crap. All right, let's swap the computer. Should be able to loosen this. Keep the bolts in. And then just shift it over and drop it out of there. And then we can transfer our new bolts over. I somehow managed to not hit record, but I just put the old bolts on the new FSCM. You must snug her down and then just plug her up. Push her up. We should just lock it back down. Just like that. We should be done. You probably wouldn't do too much without this plugged in, right? So the new connector here, that worked perfect. That's plugged in. Our old sensor on our new fuel pump. Obviously, that's gonna plug back in. Locked in, good to go. Now we can go ahead and hook our batteries back up, prime the system, and hope to goodness this thing cranks and runs beautifully. All right, keep y'all's ears open. We'll see if the fuel pump primes when we hit the key. Oh, I definitely heard the fuel pump on. We'll do it a couple key cycles. All right, guys, well, looks like it worked out exactly how we hoped. It is plug and play, aside from that pressure sensor, which hopefully once we drive the truck, we don't have any codes or anything pop up for that. It should read fine, but then again, well, I guess it should read fine because that's in it. I don't know. It is a different pump. We're hoping for the best. Either way, truck cranked up. If that guy was not communicating properly, it shouldn't run. I didn't take it down the road or anything, but just driving it around, it should fizzle out or something if that wasn't commanding the right fuel. No leaks, right? No leaks, we're good. Everything's good. What is that? Oh, that's holes. I thought it was freaking gas bubbles. It's not. All right, well, I guess I'm gonna go ahead, take the bumper and the taillights back off, get Lauren out here, and we're gonna be ready to throw the bed back on this thing. All right, well, Lauren's taking her a nap, so we're going solo on this thing. We're gonna cover our corners up, so hopefully we don't hit our cab. And now we're just gonna slowly try to manhandle this thing up into place. Probably gonna take some finagling. What did we hit? Oh, we hit our freaking jack handle. Actually, we need to shift y'all's way some. So, looks like we can clear it. Just made contact. Bed gap, pretty good. Found our bed bolt, so I'm gonna go ahead and stick one on the passenger side over there at the front. All right, that's touching. So we've got 6 bed bolts. Put our fuel neck back in, which you gotta find the bolts for that. And then the negative wire that connects to the bed somewhere, I can't remember where. I might have to look back, but dude, she's on there. Holy crap. She is officially back on the truck. Dude, let's freaking go. All right, boys, well, we just left the DMV. Thankfully, all went good. Only cost us $100 to get her registered, and got insurance obviously on it this morning, but we're good to go. All right, well, I guess I'll go ahead and talk to y'all about why it's been such a delay for this truck. Well, I guess the first portion of this was my fault. So I did a bunch of research, didn't find any answers that I wanted. So then I asked Chat, and Chat directed me to the DW400 pump, which at the time I did not know was a swap to return style. And so I ordered the pump thinking, oh, Chat's got this. Well, Chat can help you in a lot of different scenarios, but it also can severely lead you astray. I found that out the hard way a couple of times. So in this case, it did. Well, then I went ahead and just ordered the plumbing system for it. And then I got to thinking, well, crap. Well, actually, I put it off for a while because I wasn't looking forward to doing it. And then I got to thinking, well, crap. I installed this thing, and then guess what? The truck ain't gonna run. Well, we don't have a winch on the trailer. Well, we could have, you know, bypassed that, but then we got to tow it all the way there. I would have preferred to have just driven it somewhere. So it just sat for the longest of time as I reached out to my typical shop, which is where problem number 1 arose. So I reached out to them and didn't hear back for a while. Finally got a hold of them over email because I called him a bunch, left some. Actually, I called him on the phone, talked to him the first time, explained what was up, said he was going to figure it out and give me a price, call me back. So then, didn't hear anything back, tried calling several times, never got anything. So then emailed him, got a hold of him on email. He asked me to send the parts list, send him that. Never got back with me, tried a bunch of phone calls, blah, blah, blah. Never, just literally weeks turned into months, and it just never got back with me, which is very unfortunate because I like going up there. I'm sure we will still in the future, but it just didn't work out for this time for whatever reason. So then I got the bright idea, all right, well, we'll just try a different shop. So reached out to another shop, explained, hey, been working with this place, they haven't gotten back with me, y'all down? They were like, oh man, we hate when that happens, you know, shops ghosting people, whatever the case. We'll get back with you, just text us all the information, everything. We'll call you Monday or Tuesday. Well, never heard back from them, which is very unfortunate as well. So half of the time has been my fault, half of the time has been going back and forth with shops trying to figure out a solution, because I figured, you know what, we'll just go, drop it off at the shop, let them plumb it, tune it, be good to go, ready to rip. But that didn't end up working out, obviously. So now we found this solution, thankfully, and the truck is good to go and should be good for what the levels that we're, you know, wanting. Now, the whole Pro Charger thing has been put off for so long that at this point, what does it freaking matter, right? It's coming eventually. Trust me, it's gonna happen one day. But we're gonna go ahead and do some preventative things, like for the transmission and the truck as a whole, before we dive into that. but it's coming. It shouldn't be too terribly long, but I'm not gonna make any promises on this truck because I've under-delivered for sure, and I'll take that to heart. I've definitely done that, so that all is on my fault. That's my bad, and I apologize to you guys because I know there's a bunch of y'all that were very excited about this truck, and I've let you down more times than I would like to admit with this specific truck. Apologize, everybody. I forgot how freaking loud this thing is. Holy crap. Everybody in the surrounding county probably knows that the Vmax is back on the road. What do you think about the Vmax on Tahoe wheels? Yeah, I mean, yeah. But the freaking Vmax is out. It is out. Finally, holy crap. Well, I know just based off the comments that I'm not the only one that shares this feeling, but holy crap, does it feel good to have this truck out of the shop finally. This has been a long time coming, but today is finally the day. She is fully wrapped up, ready to re-up and continue on our journey, because honestly, we haven't even done that much to this thing. Leveling kit, full exhaust, intake, tune. Fix the back window, back bumper. Did do back bumper. There's a million things left to it, and we've got a pretty good stockpile of parts ready to go on it. And I'm not going to promise y'all anything for any mod. It's going to happen when it happens, because I definitely dropped the ball on this one. Overpromised, under-delivered. Some of that's my fault, some of it's not. But it is what it is, and we don't want it to happen again, so we're just going to, you know, go with the flow. But we've definitely got some good things lined up for this very soon. Oh, man, I've missed her. Looking great, running great, sounding great. Absolute menace, dude. This thing is obnoxious. Sounds glorious, but freaking loud as crap. What do y'all think about the 22 Tahoe wheels on here? Temporary setup, of course, but I figure we go ahead and throw them on because it's much better than, you know, the mix match 17s that were on there. And if you're curious what's up with these on here, well, there's the Tahoe. Look out for a future video because there's a good chance it's on a different set of wheels, obviously, and it may or may not be taller now. So look out for that. But yeah, man, I'm just tickled with it. I know a lot of y'all are going to be super excited as well. Oh, I took the bed cover off, if y'all noticed that. As well, it has the liner, and it must have been installed like day one on this truck because it is literally brand new. It's perfect. There's not a scratch. There's not a dent. Nothing. We just got to get all the freaking Velcro things off. And I guess decide whether or not we want to bed line this or just put a bed cover over it and keep it crispy as crap and never step foot in it ever again because inevitably we will scratch it up. I'm thinking that's the move. Can't do a toolbox or nothing. There's not really a reason, I guess, to bed line it. You know, she's already short enough. Toolbox would look insane, but it needs something. I think the bed cover is what it's missing, which I guess if you don't know the lore of this truck, it's pretty rare. It's a 07.5, first year of the GMT 900, extended cab, short bed, clearly. It is a factory Vortec Max 6-liter truck. It's a Z71 4-wheel drive. It's LTZ, fully loaded interior, leather, heated seats, pedal controls, automatic 4-wheel drive, of course, sunroof, electric rear slider. Only thing this truck didn't have, which is, I freaking wish it did. Come on, man. Whoever bought this and was the freaking baller back in 06, you missed one option, and that was the Max trailering package. It would have had, I think, the holes up here. That is like a distinguisher. And it would have had the freaking sick gears. I think you could get, I don't know if it was 410s or what, but the old 4-speed needs a little bit more gear under, especially once you put 35s on it, that's for sure. But yeah, there she is. Vmax is officially back, ready for a whole slew of mods. So once again, I apologize. I know I let a lot of y'all down, honestly. I let a lot of people down on this one. It's been forever. I let myself down on this one. Gosh, dog, I love this truck, and I just let her sit and put it off, man. I put it off, which I've had that certain problems with that on other trucks in the past, and you know, I guess it is what it is. Either way, there she is. Drop a comment, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, ring that bell notification, and let me know what wheels and tires y'all think we should put on here first.